Hey y'all. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well, staying safe, staying at home as much as you can. I hope you're able to get out some. Fortunately, here things are starting to open up a little bit, but not too crazy. And I'm still being pretty cautious about where I go and what I do. But I was able to get to my favorite store a couple of times over the last month. They opened back up, I would say towards the end of May. And so over this month of June, I've actually been able to get to both of my favorite stores a couple of times. And one reason is that my son just moved like 2 blocks away from one of my favorite stores, and that's like danger. But anyway, it does make it convenient to get out there. I don't normally do haul videos, but I found some really cool things and I wanted to share. So this was a couple of visits, okay? So it wasn't just one trip. And it's not a ton of stuff. It's just some really special things I found that I was super excited about. So I wanted to share with you. So I've got some books here that I thought were really cool finds I want to share with you. And then a few fabrics. So this piece, and I will link the store that I shop at. There are two. I live in North Carolina and I'm right outside of Raleigh. And there are 2 stores. One is in Youngsville, North Carolina, and one is in Roseville, North Carolina. And they're very small towns, okay, small communities. So going in there, it's minimal people. It's not like a huge place where I'm exposing myself to a lot of people. So, and most people around here are wearing masks. I do not, because I cannot breathe wearing one, and I have not been sick, but I don't get close to people. I don't touch a lot of stuff unless I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy it. I'm pretty cautious. But anyway, so I will link the Facebook page for my store in case you're in North Carolina or you're coming through this area and you want to check them out, because it's a really cool, and you can fast forward if you don't want to hear all this, but it's a really cool store, and it's Suzanna's Antiques, but it's not a, there are some antique stores where everything in the stores is true antiques, furniture and lamps and things like that. So there's those kind of stores, and then she has antiques, but she also has vintage items, and it's kind of a consignment type place where the stores are sectioned off, and she has other folks who collect things and sell them, and they pay her a percentage of doing that for them. So but it's super cool. So there's just a variety of things in both of her stores. And one of them, the one in Youngsville, which is actually in an old railroad building, okay? So it's like an old barn with a tin roof, and it's not climate controlled. So they are one of the ladies that own the place. It's a mother and a daughter. They're moving from that location, and they're going to have everything in one spot in Roseville. So if you're around this summer, go check out the shop in Roseville, because they're going to be bargaining to get stuff. So the more stuff they sell, the less stuff they have to move. So anyway, but then somebody else is going to take over that particular spot and have another similar type of store there. So anyway. All right, I've babbled enough, but I just wanted to share that with you. You guys in North Carolina, it's really worth a trip if you're close. So I found this piece, and it's about 6 yards long, and it's just gorgeous. Now, there are some places where there was some tearing in it, so I got a pretty good deal on this. So this is going to go, I'm so excited for Renee over at GTDesigns is doing those stitchery kits. If y'all haven't seen those, you need to go check them out. But I'm going to do some fun stuff. I've never really done sewing journals, but I'm going to do some down the road. So this is going to be used in pieces, in some of that, and then maybe some of the fabric journals that I'm doing some more fabric journals too. So this might be cut up in pieces, but it's just beautiful and it's hand done. So anyway, so I got that. And then I got this piece. I was buying some other things, and she actually tossed this in for me. She didn't even charge me for it. I think I think it was $3. But look, so this is like a table runner, or you know, like for a dresser or something. But it's hand done. It's cross stitch, and then it's got the blue, the cotton lacing around the edges with the blue mixed in, with like the blue embroidered thread mixed in. Just really, really pretty. So there's one little spot here, and there's a stain or two here and there, but not real noticeable. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this one yet. Sometimes I'll get things and I'll hoard them for a little while and just kind of love on them and appreciate them, and then, you know, decide what I'm gonna do with them. So, but that will probably end up on some fabric journals down the road. Now this, I cannot spread this out. This is several yards of fabric, but I just want you to see. This is a Shetland hand painted or hand print Shetland. It's a Shetland hand print. So it's like a, almost like a thick linen, like a, feels like a linen canvasy blend. It's linen, but it is super cool. It's got all these really cool graphic prints on it. So this is actually big enough I could make some curtains out of it. But I'm still contemplating what I'm gonna do with this. But this was a super, super good buy. I think I paid like $35 for this, and this is several yards of really cool hand printed fabric. And if you look throughout it, you can see that it's hand done. But it's really cool. It's just got all these really cool images, and I love the color. So I hope you can see enough of that. Like, see that horse? Isn't that cool? So I thought about maybe some throw pillows, or I don't know. It would make a really cool like tablecloth. I don't really use that kind of stuff very often, but I don't know. I'm still thinking on that, but I just couldn't leave that there. It was such a good price, and it's such a nice fabric. Really, really cool. And then this. Oh my God, this was the find in my personal opinion. This is probably, I don't even know. It's probably a yard. I just can't even. This is hand done, y'all. This is all, it's like a needle point. Can you see that? It's a type of needle point stitch. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to familiarize myself with all these different types of sewing elements. But all of these are hand done, and this is actually on like a canvas, a lightweight canvas fabric. So, I mean, it was just incredible that I found this. I don't know what it once was. It was larger. Somebody did cut it down. But I got a huge, huge piece of this, and yeah, $10, y'all. I paid $10 for this, and it is just incredible. So this is definitely going to be, I'm going to take some of the pieces and cut and use as the front of some pillow covers, and then I will probably take what scraps I have left over, and they will see their way onto some journals eventually. But yeah, that was an amazing find. And sometimes I look out, and I find some really cool things. You know, sometimes it's just one or two things. You know, and then sometimes I'll see something that I really like, but I don't like the price. You know, so I'll check, and I'll kind of be like, well, if it's there next time and the price is marked down, then it was meant for me to have it, so to speak. Because some of the things, for what my purposes are, for what I like to think about what I'm using something for. And, you know, I'm not going to pay a ton of money for a book or something that I'm just going to cut up. You know, I hope y'all know what I mean. You know what I mean. Makes sense. But anyway, so, or for a quilt. You know, I did find a quilt. I don't have that here. I found this beautiful quilt. There's some spots that need repair, but I'm going to repair it. Maybe I'll show that to you in another video, but love it. Got a great price on it. If it was in good shape, it probably would have been $400, but because it has a hole, and then it has a hole like right in the middle. So I'm gonna do some appliques and add some other things to it to make it look, you know, like it's supposed to be like that, so to speak. I'm gonna show you that in another video, because I don't normally do this, but I did want to share some of these fun things. I know we're all kind of, most of us are stuck at home, and I am for the most part. I've just been fortunate that I've been able to get to this place, you know, a couple of times, but trust me, I'm not out and about shopping at the malls, and, you know, I go to the grocery store where I have to. I'm still pretty cautious about what I do, especially because of my dad, and I'm still working remote from home. But anyway, and sorry if I'm babbling through this, but so these are some books that I found, and this was from, again, 2 separate trips. I think I got these. These the first time. Not that it really matters to you guys, but so I saw this and I was just like, okay, so the back, you know, the back is gone, but this would still be a super cool cover, and I could definitely make that into a, you know, cover. It was $1, but this is a Wonder book, and it was a paperback from 1954. And then it's got all this fun stuff, like it's a story and playbook. So the story's up front. Super cool pages. The pages are a little brittle, so it would probably be, if I did the actual story, but look at the illustrations. Y'all know I love the kids' books. Just can't resist. And this was, Judy Stang did the pictures. I've never heard of her, but I'm sure she's done other stuff. Really super cute. But then in the back, it's got like the paper dolls, like Hansel's Good Clothes, Gretel's Clothes, and then it's got like Make a Real Gingerbread House. It's just really cute. I wish I could scan this thing, but no, not quite yet. So I'm definitely going to do something with this. You'll definitely see this again in journal form. Then I found Dr. Dan. I have Nurse Nancy. I found Nurse Nancy when I was in Texas, and I've got some ideas of what I'm going to do with that. This one is actually a first edition because there's an A on the back, so I'm not sure. I may just hold on to this one for a while, but I paid $1 for it, so I just couldn't leave it there. And it's in pretty good shape. You know, it's got a few. You can tell it's well aged, and but I mean, no tears or anything, just the Band-Aid's not there anymore. But, so that was a super good find, super fun find. And then this one I'd never seen, the Little Golden Funny Book. So it's like, now this one was $2, and looks like Calvin, or it's probably Calvin, had this book, and it is 1950. And these were just all these little, you know, funny little poems and stuff, and silly answers to silly questions. I had never seen it, and I just thought it was really cute. So I picked it up. So like you can see, there's little questions, and the answers are down here. This is funny to me because I'm always talking about weather. It's like, I don't know, I can be a real sarcastic person sometimes, but it says, how did you find the weather while you were away visiting your grandmother? So the answer is, oh, I just went outside and there it was. Hello. You know, sometimes, not to say that we don't need weather people, I know we do, but you know, I can look outside and see that it's raining or it's hot or, you know, but anyway, I hope I didn't offend anybody with that, but y'all know what I mean. So then I found this one, Goody, a mother cat story. And this one needs a little bit of cleaning. It looks like it may have had, I don't know, it's just got some stain. It does not smell like it had water damage. It's in pretty good shape. I need to see if I can clean it up a little bit or seal it. But it's super cute, and I paid $1 for it. Yeah, so the copyright is in Roman numerals. I'll have to sit down and figure that out. But look at the little kitty cat. Look at these pages. Just love the aging, and they're nice pages. They don't seem real brittle. Really cute. Really cute little book. So if any of you guys happen to see anything that you're interested in, or you want to know if I'm going to make a journal out of or whatever, just let me know. This one, you can always message me on Etsy. I do take custom orders here and there. I try not to overload myself. I've got one that I got to start on now, one or two actually. So as long as you don't put any kind of major time constraints on me, because sometimes it can take me months to get that done, get customs done. But this, I thought this was really cute. I just like the cover of it. And then it says, "To Bunny with love from Granddad and Grandma." It says 1956 down here. And I paid $2 for this one. It's called Here Come the Deer, and it's 1955. It's just cute, you know. So I love these sort of two block illustrations with just the two colors. And there's some cute images in here, and then the words are really big. So I'd probably use some of these pages and the cover, you know, to make a book. But the story, I certainly wouldn't put the whole thing in there because it's pretty big. But it's really cute. And I just love the cover. I like that color, and then I like the print on the front. I thought it'd make a cute little journal. And then I found this is the Literary Digest 1931 Atlas of the World and Gazetteer. And this is pretty cool. So this is 1931. Look at that. I'll definitely be using these at some point. Look at the colors. I just love the colors in these old map books. And I don't find these very often, and it's really kind of crazy. My friend who did the estate sale, they were finally able to have their estate sale a few weeks ago, but I got another map book from him, and I think it's even older than this one. I don't know if I'm gonna have the heart to tear that one up, and it may take me a while to do this one too. But look, here's Hawaii back in 1931. But I just love the colors and the paper. They use that really nice paper that they just don't use this kind of paper anymore. Which you all know that. You ladies who collect this same kind of stuff, you know that. Anyway, so that was a pretty cool find, and this was I paid $3 for that one. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then this and this, I was just amazed. So this was from this weekend, and somebody apparently was in this weekly reader children's book club, because there was a whole stack of these for sale. And hindsight being 2020, I probably should have picked up more of these, but I'm trying to be, you know, I've got so many things, and I've done so much organizing. I've got my stuff pretty well organized. So organized that there's a couple things I can't find. I've hid from myself. I'm trying to be pretty discerning about what I pick up. But this book, y'all, these two books don't even look like they've really been read. I mean, it was like that whole stack of books looked like somebody purchased them, put them on a shelf, and nobody looked at them. Literally. I mean, look at it. This book is from 1958. 1958. Okay. And I loved Curious George as a kid. And these two books I'm going to save for my grandchildren. I'm not about to. This thing is in mint condition. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful book, and I love Curious George. So these two I'm going to save for my grandkids, and then maybe later down the road, you know, do something with them. But for right now, they're going on my grandkids' bookshelf, which I've been adding some things. I've had some Happy Mail and found some other books and things like that I'm putting. I just can't get over this. I paid $2.50 for this book, and it's just, I love it. I just love it, and it's like brand new. And then this one, anyway, I'm starting to collect. Like, I've had some Happy Mail from Chastity sent me a ton of books. Jessica sent me a ton of books. I've had some other people send me books and stuff, and some of those I'm using for journals, and then some of them I am collecting for my grandkids. So just know that I don't tear everything up. So this one was $2.50 as well. And do y'all remember, if you've watched any of my videos, I did 2 journals of a book called We Were Tired of Living in a House, illustrated by Doris Byrne. She only did a few books, and there's another one that I would love to have called The Summer Folk, and I've found it on Etsy and I've found it on eBay, but I'm not paying the price for it. So hopefully I'll look out and find it, but this one was $2.50, y'all. This was my book score of my shopping, in my opinion. This is one that she wrote and illustrated, Andrew Henry's Meadow. It's a super cute story, just like We Were Tired of Living in a House. So, and the illustrations are yet again just incredible. There's one little tear right here in this book, but hey, this one's also gonna go, I'll put some tape on there so it'll have a nice little worn piece of tape later on down the road. So this is one that will go in my grandkids collection. So this was 1965, and this little kid liked to build stuff. So, you know, his parents just got annoyed with him. I'm not gonna read you the story, I've gotta give you the background. His parents got really annoyed with him about building stuff in the house and in the kitchen and everywhere else. So they sent him out, told him to go somewhere else and build all his stuff. But look at these illustrations. So he went out to a meadow and built him a little house out in the meadow. And then all his little friends started showing up. Like, one little girl didn't love birds, and the farmer that lived next door didn't like all the birds that she liked. So he built her a little house a tree house so she could watch the birds. And the story just goes on and on. But it's just really cute. And I love these drawings. I love these drawings, just amazing. So anyway, I could sit and look at this book all day, actually sit and read the story. I'm looking forward to reading this to my grandkids when they get a little bit older. Peyton would appreciate it now, but so look, he built this little girl her own little tree house so she could put her bird baths and her bird feeders and stuff on the tree. And then, I mean, just the detail, it's just super cool. Anyway, that was the score. So, let me see how long have I babbled? Yeah, this is a long video, y'all, I'm sorry. But last thing, so I got this. I've been watching this little jar of game pieces, and the original price was too high for what I wanted to pay. Yeah, he was asking a lot for this, and I thought it was a little, but anyway, he marked it down to a reasonable price. So actually, I paid $20 for this. Originally, he had $45 on it, and I just wasn't going to do that. Just not for what I'm going to do with it, but they're really cool pieces in here, and the jar is worth, you know, $10 anyway, to me, because it's a super old jar. But it's got some really fun, I'm going to dump it out so you can see. There's a ton of stuff in here. There's little animals and what I wanted it for was these. Mostly for these pieces. And the dice and stuff. And then there's Monopoly pieces. He put a couple of Battleship pieces in here. It's just fun. So what I'm going to do, and there's Army Men and all kinds of stuff. Just so you get an idea, because this is getting kind of long. But see, that's about half the jar there. But like little old game pieces, Army Men. Like these are really cute. There's a little cat and a little tiger. These would be super cute on a journal, just tied on, you know, as a charm. So I could use those, but I thought what I would do with some of this, Peyton would love the horses. There's a bunch of horses in there. But I thought with the pieces that I probably won't use, and then I've got some other game pieces, I could just do a big jar for my future grandson who's coming in December. And do him a plastic jar or something full of little things, just for Brittany and Kelly to put up on a shelf or something until he gets old enough to play with them. I thought that would be cute. So yeah, there's a bunch of little Army guys. These are older Army guys. These aren't some of the newer ones. So, but this was just fun. I love stuff like this. Just bits and pieces from all kinds of stuff. So there's like little backgammon pieces, but these are the ones. If anybody knows what this was from, what these little tiles are from, because I'm not sure. Maybe it was a really old Scrabble game. And then there's a bunch of Scrabble pieces in here too. So, some jacks. Do y'all remember jacks? I remember jacks. That's metal jack too. Anyway, this was just fun. If anybody remembers what these pieces are from, let me know, because I'm not even sure, but I like these little, you know, these little pieces that you can spell out stuff. You know, like Jessica did, she bought a bunch of little anagram tiles. Hers are different, though, from a different type of game, and just spelled out different things and made charms out of them. That was super cool, too. But, you know, I like just using them individually as well. Anyway, so that was fun. I love stuff like that. And then I love the jar. I'm not even sure of this. And this has a ball lid on it, but this is not a, I don't know if this is a really old ball jar. I don't think so. I think this is a different jar, but it's super cool. And then I found some more crystals. So these need to be cleaned up. They're pretty dingy. I need to clean them up. And then I found some more smaller ones than the ones I've been using. And you see these were $2. So they're really cool. I mean, that's a lot of charms you can get out of that. And I love these. They're vintage. They came off of chandeliers. So there's a lady who does that. She takes chandeliers and stuff like that apart. Say maybe they're, you know, need to be redone or whatever. And then she just sells the pieces. But anyhow, I just thought I would come on here and share my little haul with you guys and show you some fun stuff. And I do have a Happy Mail that someone sent me some fabric, so I'm going to share that. I'm going to do that video a little bit later. And I am going to get the fabric cover, the file folder, you know, fabric cover video done this week. Maybe I'll get it done today. I promise. I've been promising that, and it keeps getting put further and further down my list. So I've got that one to do, and then I've got the I'm going to do a flip through of the two custom journals I just did. This is one of them. So that's coming. I'm going to try to get that done in the next couple of days so I can get those out whenever she's ready for them. But anyway, I will see you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will put the links for my store if any of you want to check it out. I highly recommend it. It's just super fun to go. The one in Youngsville, I will tell you, go in the morning. They usually open at 10 a.m. because it gets hot in there in the summertime. So anyway, love you guys. See you soon. Bye.